What are we using these models for? It's about having a goal in mind and knowing exactly what you're doing. And a question that comes into my mind related to that, Yoskani, is what are the strengths and weaknesses of these models? Because we need to be well aware of where it makes sense to use them and when it doesn't.
In terms of non-hybrid, so purely, say, mechanistic or non-data-driven approaches, again, on the kinetic side, a key caveat is always what assumptions are there, what assumptions the modeler includes in the model, and whether they're realistic for the given process that they're trying to describe, and so on. So that's always going to be the case. Translating that slightly into the hybrid approaches, you could argue that the analogy would be how many hidden layers, so what the structure is of, say, a neural net and so on and so forth. The assumptions are always going to be key. And then here's where I'm going to quote, again, another of my favorite lectures from back in the day. It's also about the data. Because in either approach, you require high quality data. So the better quality of the data, the more confidence you're going to have in model performance ultimately and its inherent or underlying kinetic parameters. If the data that's been used to, say, again, calibrate the model is poor, then the model is going to perform poorly. So I think access to data and quality of data, and also this is one of the ones that we encounter often when we work alongside in collaboration, say, with pharma companies, is the data coverage. So how much of the design space do we have data points for? Because it's not uncommon to have companies provide process data, but process data is how much variation can you have in those process runs? Because their nature, if they're already manufacturing process data, they will have as little variability as possible. So it's akin to performing parameter estimation with a single point. So it's all about, during development, what kind of coverage of the design space you have. And again, data robustness. I think those are the two caveats that I can think of. Blind confidence in going, okay, so the model seems to perform very, very well when calibrated with the number 250. So now let's optimize a 5,000 liter process with that data. Having confidence in the modeling work is an important aspect, but it shouldn't be blind. We should be critical, constructively critical about the work that's there.